Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am back. Finally. Today I'm starting a new series called Wicso, or What If Civilization Started Over. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just a whole world being wiped out of countries and people, and just a select few people live. This video is inspired by Addis Pro. He makes better videos than me. Maybe go check him out. And these group of people are going to be in Turkey. Right over here. They establish a small, little red country. They eventually start to expand slightly more. Anyway, they continue to explore and expand. And they build themselves quite a big nation. After a few years, this is what they look like. And they only continue exploring and expanding. Yeah, they don't explore Cyprus because boats don't really exist yet, but they will unlock that technology later. Eventually, all of this area gets explored. Some parts of the red team want to go explore east, and some want to go explore west. This creates some sort of rift between the two sides, and small little rebel breaks. By small, I mean half a country. This country is successful at taking much of a king's land, and yes, our king is still residing in a red country. And so, new government. I'm keeping red team red, even though the government is different. This is like an Addis Pros video. And so they explore all of the Caucasus. And we also go to colonize that area. Well, not colonize necessarily, but take. So red team has to move people from over here, all the way to here. To Latina. Yes, here, break off. That'd not be good. But actually, speaking of, and here he does break off. And it's actually right over here where capital is. And speaking of capitals, I'm going to put capitals on another layer so you can see them. Right over here and over here. Right team doesn't actually fight back. But so does your blue team and just swoops into this area. And the red team is left without a capital. And they decide to move their capital right over here in Azerbaijan. And so that was a big gouge for a red team. Anyway, this country just wanted to be its own country, really. And so our blue team also explores all of Anatolia as well as some islands neighboring it because they have that technology. And eventually, these guys explore up to Ukraine. And eventually, your blue team explores all of this. Speaking of Ukraine, a new country appears, which is your yellow team, which forms down here in Crimea and expands to encompass more of Ukraine. And they form themselves up pretty good. And for our capital, it's going to be right here in Crimea. Next, our blue team expands to have all of Anatolia, which they do successfully. And Anatolia explores all of Greece. At this point, a small boom for exploration happened. Speaking of, Caspian Sea is actually fully discovered. Both the red team and the blue team expand into Mesopotamia. Both the red team and the blue team expand into Arabia. Blue team takes this, and the red team takes this. The blue team takes this, and red team takes this. And now even more exploration, because you can never have enough exploration. Anyway, the Persian Gulf gets discovered and very discovered. And you know what? I think it's time for a new country. Basically, Caspia. They set themselves up pretty nicely over here. And yes, this is the same color as in Addis Pro's Wicso series. Is this Caspia going to do the same things that Addis Pro's Caspia did? Maybe. And the capital is right here. Our yellow team expands down here into where we originally came from, as well as closer to our red team. And they set themselves up quite a big country, considering that they're quite new. And red team decided to also expand to, be hip with the kids, I guess. Yeah, that's very menacing. Ouch. Yeah, our neighboring countries start to feel slightly threatened. And so, our blue team does our only logical answer and do the same thing as red team. We explore up to here as well as take up to here. And it's looking a bit like our Byzantine Empire, honestly. Also expand down here. Now there's definitely a rivalry between these two. These two countries, well, they're chill, I think. So more exploring ensues. The Aral Sea, I think, gets explored. There's all of these other lakes over here. And basically this river also gets followed up to a certain point. They stop just about here because it's way too cold. No one really wants to be that cold, except for a few people. So guess what? Another country. And this time it's the pink country, which basically gets all of land that they explored. And let's explore some more afterwards. And capital wise, they're going to be right here. And your green team decides to also expand because they're really quite small. And honestly, our countries are getting quite big and also slightly unstable. Like especially your blue team and red team, they're really large. And so people who don't like instability go over here to Italy and they create a new country. Our purple country. And the capital is going to be right here in Rome. This is already quite an interesting map. This turns into a series I really think is going to look quite cool, as I hope. At the end of this video, in a blue team, a group separates from them. Yeah, this everyone breaks away. But it's a peaceful split off. Nobody attacks each other. And the capital, I don't think this is too smart, but right here. And so that was today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did like it, maybe leave some support. And if you want part 2, feel free to comment down below. Also, please subscribe. You're getting really quite close to 300 subscribers. Thank you. Anyway, see you next time.